Yeah, I'd like to, you actually touched a very raw nerve here when you say that residential sanitation has been covered fairly well in Kerala. This is the misconception that most Keralites definitely live with. When you say sanitation, it's not just about having a toilet and using a toilet and having that toilet connected to a septic tank. If that is the definition of sanitation, then Kerala is great. But unfortunately and scientifically, that is not the truth. The truth is, when this fecal matter or toilet waste is treated to the point of not causing any harm further in society, that's when sanitation is in place. And if you look at that definition of sanitation, which is the real and scientific definition of sanitation, as opposed to the perception going around that Kerala is doing great in residential sanitation, Kerala's sanitation coverage, unfortunately, is in the single digits in terms of percentage. It would be less than 5%. You could probably argue and even say it is less than 3%.
When you define it as holistic sanitation.
Yeah, there is only one sanitation, and that is holistic sanitation. So there is no such thing called my toilet has a septic tank, so we are sanitation covered. That doesn't exist. And this is the first thing that we need to do, is to educate our fellow Malayalis, fellow residents of Kerala, that sanitation has not happened in Kerala at all. We are so far behind. We mock at our neighbors and make, in our local language, make statements saying, these guys are like that and so on. It will be, very wrong of me to repeat those statements, but I guess you understand what I mean. But the truth is, states like Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, they have gone far ahead in terms of having sanitation in place. When I say sanitation in place, it's not just about having toilets, it's also about having the sewage collected, the sewage moved to an area where it is treated, and then disposed of where it is no longer a harm or a threat to society, or to human health, or to flora and fauna in any way. In Kerala, as things stand, there is only one, significant sewage treatment plant, which is in Trivandrum, which was built in the last decade or so. And that is a 100 plus MLD treatment plant, 107 million liters per day. And my understanding is that it runs at 30% capacity, primarily because they have not laid the sewer lines to collect the sewage and bring it to the plant. Does Trivandrum produce enough sewage? Trivandrum produces enough sewage to have 3 such plants, comfortably. So, even the implementation of that one single plant that exists in Kerala has been quite a failure. The other plants we have are in Pamba, Sabrimala, places like that, which are seasonal and specific to that particular event happening there. Now, across Kerala, the sewer network system does not exist anywhere. People cite the example of a sewer network being there in Kochi itself, where you have MG Road connected to a sewer network, and then that's taken to a sewage, quote-unquote, sewage treatment plant located near the Panambali Nagar, opposite Panambali Nagar area, Muttathil Lane. But it's just a flow-through. There is no real treatment happening there. It's just enough to cite it. It isn't actually a treatment plant. So and even if we agree that it is still so less that it's almost non-existent. And the other aspect, as Kochiites, as Keralites, are we so completely unaware? Are we so hidden from the fact that this is not happening? No, we're not. Anytime you go out on a boat in the backwaters of Kochi, on the low tide, you will see n number of connections of sewage right into your backwaters. This is pure, unadulterated sewage. So the problem is at its peak. If it is not addressed with a sense of tremendous urgency, it's not very far from being an epidemic of epic proportions. And this, I think the biggest failure in this whole process is the fact that this information, these facts, remain in a cocoon, remain isolated. And it's not going out there. The people are unaware about it. In this media crazy, extremely well networked media state of ours, this information is somehow held back and people are unaware about it. So this is the situation, this is where we need to start. We need to correct it. Our people, I mean, the Malayalis are a group of people very hungry for information, and somehow this information has not reached them. I have spoken at specific forums, and whenever we have mentioned this, people are aghast. They are shocked. They are like, wow. And nothing really happens. So that's where we need to start addressing this problem.